This morning, I am so delighted to have Simone Keys with us, my very own certified public accountant. And as I normally say, she is the best in the entire world. And so today I'm here to interview her a little bit about what goes on in her practice and how she can help small businesses. And so, Simone, I'm going to ask you to just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right. So, as Dr. Barrett said, my name is Simone Keys. I'm a CPA, certified public accountant. I'm been certified now for the past 11 years practicing. So, my background is I come from the public accounting space. I've also done some nonprofit, and for the past 10 years, I've been working as a professor as well, teaching accounting to first and second year students in college. So, with that experience and everything combined, I've been a CPA now for a couple of years and been loving it.
Okay, awesome. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this interview with you, I see in my business that many small businesses, self-employed clients, they are ready to purchase a home, but after I send them to get their financing, I would receive a call that no, they cannot at this time, and many times they have to wait 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I want you to just talk a little bit about self-employed, what they need to do, and so that they are ready. When they're ready to purchase, then there is no waiting.
Absolutely. So, one of my goals is to be able to teach and educate folks, especially in this space, because I feel like we all know that self-employment is probably one of the best wealth building strategies in America. But what a lot of people don't talk about is, okay, how can you really use it as a tool? And in your case, like your clients, it really comes down to planning. So with that being said, if your strategy is to purchase, you want to make sure that your expenses are in line in such a way that you're able to get approved for the loans that you need. We find that folks tend to, in this space, especially self-employed, they want to save taxes. They're like, well, I don't want to pay any more than I really should. I want to pay the minimum amount, but that ends up being to a certain detriment, because now when it's time to get approval, you could have made $200,000, but you're showing that at the end only $1,000. You're not going to get approved for the loan that you want. So it's really working with your accountant, working with us to say, okay, what is the plan here? And how can we get you to that space? If it's for investment purposes, or if it's really, okay, my plan right now is to save, then that might be a different strategy than someone who's not, who's planning to expand.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So planning is the key.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. All right. So our small business owners, you've heard Simone, planning is the key, and we want you to make sure that you have a good CPA in your corner that can assist you with your planning. Yeah. So Simone, other than number crunching, can you share a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, for sure. So, right, that's the conception most people think of their accountants. And because of that misconception, they only want to see us once a year. And that is probably the biggest mistake. I think in our practice, we have a very holistic practice, meaning we work with our clients on an ongoing basis, and we're trying to get rid of the mindset of, okay, I'm only seeing you at tax time. So we offer a quarterly service to our clients, wherein we check up on you every quarter to see, okay, where are you financially? So much has changed, and like I was even saying before, tax laws even changed throughout the year. So you want to make sure that you know what's out there so you can take advantage of it before the year is up, because when the year is done, at that point, it's already too late. So our firm offers that. We also do recruiting. We also help to source companies, small businesses, with accountants that they may need on a full-time basis.
Oh, awesome.
We also do payroll and HR type level services. So it's really, at this point in time, we try to work with our small businesses as they transition into mid-size and larger businesses, and setting up the accounting infrastructure. So it's not just, yes, we have the tax side, we have the recruiting side, but it's really to be there with you as you grow throughout and helping you get that structure in place.
Okay, awesome. That sounds wonderful. So the small business can begin with you, get to mid-size, and then to
Grow
even a
beyond.
larger, larger
Yeah, 'cause we
corporation.
have the capacity to be able to help businesses in all those areas.
Oh, that's wonderful. Awesome. I think you already told us like how long you've been a certified public accountant.
Yeah,
and-
working hard, and I think too, I love accounting because it's so broad. There's really so much that you could get into. You know, even over the years as being a CPA practicing for so long, being able to touch on nonprofit accounting, and we have nonprofit clients as well. To be able to do auditing and reviews, compilations, and those type of core accounting services, we don't tend to shy away from those as well. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. So it's like a package.
Yeah,
You're
it
able to
depends
do
on what you need. Really, what you
whatever
need.
we
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Oh, awesome. So recently I noticed that you were selected as the #1 professor at Broward Community College.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes. So,
Do you want to share anything about that?
Professor of the Year. That was
That's
such an
amazing.
honor. I know. I don't
Amazing.
feel like I make it up enough, but yes.
Yes.
Just the passion that I have for the practice, just being able to pour that into the students. I just think that they see it. I feel like there's such a need in the accounting space for women, for minorities in the financial space. And I feel like a lot of students don't really realize that this can be a career path for them. So I think that's really where that came from, just above and beyond what's really in the classroom to really, you know, my classes are like, okay, I'm exposing you to this world, you know, this is what it is. And, you know, we've had quite a few students who have gone on to be accounting majors. I've had a few students who are now CPAs themselves.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful. So you've given them that foundation.
Yeah. I have a few
Awesome.
students who have gone on and they're now CPAs as well. So at least I could say I've given back.
Awesome.
In some
And
way.
you know, I love giving back, so
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Also, as real estate agents,
Yeah.
as what we are here at the Home Value Group, Keller Williams, what would you say to those agents? Because I see a lot of times that agents, they don't have the right business structure
Yeah.
established for them to get the right write off the right amount of taxes or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you could talk a little bit about that so that they know exactly what they need to do.
Yes. So one of the core things, normally when I see a real estate agent, you know, I would say 3 core things I could say at this point in time, especially when it comes to saving on taxes. You're self-employed, so that means that the first thing you want to do is you want to develop a system to be able to track your expenses properly. I find that this is one of the biggest ticketed items that a lot of folks leave on the table, especially my realtors, because they're not realizing, oh, I could have taken that as a deduction, you know, and as a result of that, not tracking, you're not really able to say where you are financially at any given point in time, because you know you have this commission income coming in, but what have you really spent to earn it? So if you're now able to have those conversations with us as your accountants on a quarterly or, you know, at least semi-annual basis, we're now able to say, okay, are you at the $50,000 mark already? Okay, maybe we need to do some planning. Maybe you now need to move from being an LLC or accepting these checks in your name to setting up an S Corp status for yourself where you could get more aggressive with your deductions and so forth. So having a tracking method, one, and having a relationship with your accountant, two, to be able to have these conversations. So when we get to the end of the year, you're already set. You're not looking at, oh my goodness, I only made $50,000 and I have to pay back $9,000 on this $50,000. You know,
No,
things
we
could have
don't
been.
like to pay back the whole
Right?
taxes,
You
right?
may want to plan, right? So the idea is to find that sweet spot wherein you're not overpaying, but at the same time, if you need to get a loan or anything in the future, you have that as well. So again, planning, I think, is the key.
Planning is the key.
When it comes to that side.
Yes, awesome. Any other tips that you would like to share with our audience?
For sure. I will say, you know, a lot of people think that working with a CPA or an accountant is something that you do when you're making a lot of money. And I feel like that's what a very big misconception. You really want to have somebody working in your corner from the ground floor up, just from even setting up the business entity, which we could also help you with, to managing as you go through, because it's so important. I feel like, you know, we leave so much on the table by not having these conversations up front or proactively. So I would say, you know, if that's one thing I could leave you with, you know, get out of that mindset. You want the mindset of abundance, and that abundance means that you need to get out there and have these conversations earlier than later. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate you, Simone. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing
Thank
your
you.
knowledge with us. It is so important for you to do the correct planning
Yeah.
at the beginning, and I really like the fact that you meet with me at least once per quarter.
Yeah, we meet frequently, sometimes
Yes,
monthly.
sometimes monthly too. Just to kind of see
Yeah.
where we are, where we need to be,
Yeah.
what we need to do, what we need to adjust.
Yeah.
And so that's really important, because you don't want to wait until the end of the year to try to pull everything together. You may miss something in the process, and you may
absolutely.
end up owe more taxes than what you should
Yeah.
pay back. So that is so very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we bring this information to you. So if you have any questions, I'll let Simone tell you how you can reach her. And for us at the Home Value Group, you can reach us at 954-483-9280 or thehomevaluegroup.com.
Awesome. And then for us, our office is located in Plantation. On social media, we're at Heinz Key CPAs. And as for reaching us via the office, it's 954-343-3180.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.